very careful because also this is a morning show.
Yeah.
And we have families who are watching us as well, and of course the young ones are on the table as well.
Yes.
But he had taken the Beta Health company to court because apparently one of the utilities that he was using during a consummation happened to have ruptured, and now he contracted sexually transmitted infection. And so he's seeking compensation, and he wants, he's roping in KRA and also the company itself because of this. But the courts have made determination on this. If you read the story, it's very interesting. It's in the Standard.
Page 3 of the Standard.
Page 3 of the Standard.
The courts are very right. They dismissed it.
The courts are right.
They gave him a lecture.
Huh?
They gave him a lecture.
They gave him a lecture on unfaithfulness.
Yes.
Yeah. But we can begin from there just to showcase where we are as a society when it comes to unfaithfulness, and because this really contributes to what we're discussing largely, or the social pillar as well, that it affects the Edenic design that God really had for the family, a man and a woman, in confinement of monogamy. I know we are in a polygamous society as well, maybe so to speak, but when it comes to issues like this, where you have even the temerity to take this particular case to the courts, knowing maybe to come to the public glare, your wife will know of your whereabouts, and challenging the courts to prove.
Well, actually, that is the issue.
That is the issue.
That you can go out there, find yourself in trouble, and have the guts to sue.
Where is the conscience?
Yeah, where is your conscience? Where is your sense of what is right and what is wrong? I mean, you should be somewhere confessing and somewhere, atoning for that, so that you are able to make up with your spouse and your maker. Now, the problem you have here is that he has the audacity to even sue the company because he seems to have had a problem in a place where he should not have been in the first place. So now, what it tells you, of course, is the level at which we have debased our conscience, that we are not able to be able to say that this is right and this is wrong. We think that anything and everything goes. And this is, I actually like the way it's reported. I would love to read the whole ruling, but the court was not amused and said, look, you are not truthful.
So he never adduced the evidence itself to prove to the court that this is rupture. So he take the element and he said, this is how it was ruptured.
But that's not important.
But the fact is that...
that's not important.
No, I remember when you're talking about the O.J. Simpson case.
Yeah,
right. What was it? The glove was it?
Yes.
That actually determined the whole case. The glove was not fitting.
Let me say.
So this is where he failed to present the actual evidence.
That may be the case, but the problem with this case, as I read, is the court allowed itself to be moved by the sentimental and the emotional aspect of the whole thing.
Who? The court?
Yeah. Whether a man was unfaithful to his wife or not does not really make
it should not be a moment of moralizing
any less.
Yes.
Yeah. And you see, it's not a question of moralizing. The court went astray. Let me say this.
The court went astray.
Yeah. They should have dealt with the issue.
They should have
dealt dealing with the issue of whether or not this particular paraphernalia was of good quality as to serve the purpose. That was the case. Not whether the man had 3, 4, 5 things elsewhere with other women. That was not the case. It was the case, this particular paraphernalia, this particular instrument, was it fit for human use? That was what the court was about to determine. And now that brings me to our courts. I've been asking our courts to be a little more innovative and creative. Our courts, what they do, the bench in our law the judge just sits there, or 3 of them, they just listen to a law speaking English and the other lawyer speaking English until the end. They never intervene. Courts should be proactive. In situations such as ours, I want our courts to be proactive and not to hide under the doctrine or the practice of adversarial versus what? No, No, nobody.
Inquisitorial.
Yeah, nobody ever said we must be like that. So if I would expect the court said, by the way, morality aside, this is a serious issue. Could it be true that actually people are bringing condoms from whatever we wanted to call them paraphernalia from Uganda? Even Ning Mwananzeki was referring to them by name, although he was saying condom. You remember, yeah? Yeah. Could it be true that people are exporting wrong products from Uganda that can harm our people? The court should have ordered that some of these samples of this product be tested. That's the kind of court I'm looking at. Not just sitting there and saying you should have brought the evidence. No, you move from the minor evidence, you go to a higher level and look at the substance.
So you take the samplings of all.
Yes, the court would have ordered sampling of that product.
I want this to go.
That's the court I'm looking for. Not this one of where they just speak English in court.
The court is looking for is in France, not.
No, we want it. We want
don't
here.
Say we want. No. It's called legal systems. When in September. Come to my
you are a lawyer and you know how the English law of Nick came into being.
Come to my first year class when I'm talking of legal system. The legal system we have in this country says that courts are not part of the dispute. What courts do is sit aside, listen
we can't go in that direction.
That is our system.
But Justice Mutunga.
Wait.
Justice Mutunga. These are our lawyers here. They think we don't know law.
No. You should know.
Justice Mutunga. In Raila 1, what did he do?
No,
he did exactly what I'm saying.
We because we are here and we are also educating the public.
Yes.
Our system courts are not part of.
No.
No,
where is
our
it
system.
Where is it written?
No, all
right.
So where is it written that it must be like that? It's not there. Courts are just lazy.
It's not. It's
when I'm watching proceedings in places like America.
Courts do not contribute.
When I'm watching proceedings in places like America,
let's just have one
or at the Hague ICC, you see an active bench. It is following. It can even make the proceeding shorter by asking questions to Kirwa, so that Kirwa may stop pursuing the line he's pursuing because he's being asked, how about in the alternative? That's the court I'm looking for. Not a court that just sits because nobody has adduced a certain evidence that this thing that bust. Bring it.
No. We need to wind up. Let's briefly take a short break.
Let's look at it this way. One, we are a society that has an issue with everything and everyone. And the fact that such a matter is creating a discussion to this level, where we are talking about burst condoms and we are talking about all these things, it means there is a big issue that is underlying which needs to be dealt with. Two, there must be a reason for an institution like Kenya Bureau of Standards to be supported financially, to be capacitated to the level that they can be checking on quality of products, because these products have been brought to be used by Kenyans and they are doing all efforts to get the best that they can. So it needs to be checked, and such institutions need to be supported, and where they can be able to deal with issues in the best way possible, they deal with them. Professor has talked about the issue of the courts of justice and being lazy. I think that may not apply here. We need to not to generalize the inefficiency. If there is, it should be to individuals. Neither should we imagine that bad things come in from Uganda. If something is not working best here, it is also not working best in Uganda. And therefore, we need to deal with the underlying societal challenges and focus on what really need to be dealt with at individual. And it's all about responsibility. By the time that an issue is getting to the court on a matter of condom,